Hey y'all, let's put together a zucchini bread. What I've got to do first is get all my dry ingredients put together, and then I'm gonna do my wet ingredients. Now I have 360 grams of flour weighed out, and you're gonna want 3 cups. If you're baking, I recommend this whether you're using gluten-free or regular flour. You can use your very favorite all-purpose wheat flour for this and just use the same measurements. But 360 grams is what you want to use, 3 cups. And if you weigh it out, you'll get the correct amount. If you just dip down in your sack or canister, you're probably going to get too much, and then it's going to be dry, and you're going to wonder, why is mine not moist like it's supposed to be? Weigh the stuff out. And I'll write all the ingredients and everything down in the caption so you can know what I'm doing here. But I've already measured out. I have 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. And we're just going to put that in our little dish right here and get this all stirred around. Now everybody and their brother and their mother has their favorite zucchini bread recipe, but this is ours, and it freezes beautifully. And if you'll hang on to the end, I will share a little tip that I was talking to my good friend Nan on the phone yesterday from Farm Cooking with Nan, and we were talking about this zucchini we got running out of our ears. And I'll tell you all about that at the end. So there we go. And I'm going to show you my 2 favorite gluten-free flours to use if I'm doing cakes or muffins or cookies or anything like that. And I'm not sponsored, y'all, but this is a King Arthur gluten-free measure. It's very fine, and it's not coarse like some of the ones that say they're for baking, but they're still a little too coarse for me. And then this one is a white gold, and this also, for some of y'all that have other allergies, wheat-free, dairy-free, egg-free, fish-free, shellfish-free, tree nut-free, peanut-free, and soy-free. It's free of everything except some good flavors. So that's what we got going on there. Now to our other bowl, I have 3 farm fresh eggs. And if y'all were here, you could see that these are a shade of blue. And I'm just going to crack these in my bowl. There's 1. These other 2 I'm going to crack in this little bowl to make sure I don't have any shells, and they're good. So there's 2. And 3. There's just nothing better than farm fresh eggs, and these are from my cousin that we have. You know, here in the South, everybody's got a nickname. He's an uncle cousin, but these are from his eggs, from his hands. So I'm just gonna get these beaten. Okay, now I have 1.5 cups of white sugar, and in that goes. And I also have 1 cup of oil. Now I'm using avocado oil today. You can use your favorite light flavored cooking oil, vegetable oil, you know, olive oil if it's the really light kind. Be sure to scrape out your stuff, y'all. You don't want any of these good ingredients going to waste. And because I usually forget it, I'm gonna go ahead and add the vanilla. Oh my gosh, I have the world's worst. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon or so of vanilla. I will finish a recipe, get it in the oven or get it done, and look at it and think, there says my vanilla. So we're just gonna get this all mixed up and well incorporated. Okay, there we go, well incorporated. And now I'm gonna add my dry ingredients to my wet. Get everybody in there. And we're just gonna get this all mixed up. Okay, we are well combined now. One of the best things about using a glass bowl is you can pick it up and look at the bottom of it and make sure you've got all the flour off of the bottom. Now I have 3 cups of grated zucchini. I washed it real well, and I grated it on a box grater. And you don't want to wring the water out of this or anything like that. And you can leave the seeds in it, because when you grate it, they'll just all disappear. So we're just gonna mix this in here. And it calls for about a half a cup or so of pecans. And I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do instead of putting pecans in the entire thing. So we're just gonna get this zucchini all mixed in here. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with our loaf pans. And this will fill up 2 loaf pans. So let me get that over there. Okay, what I have my 2 loaf pans, and I've sprayed them with cooking spray, and we're gonna line these with parchment paper. Now you don't have to be precious about the length of parchment paper. If it's too long, I'll just show you what I do. So we got our parchment paper, and we're gonna put it like this in our bowl. Now if it is too long, which this one is, just fold it just a little bit, y'all. And you can shorten it up without having to go find the kitchen scissors and just doing all that kind of stuff. So you don't have to be precious about it. Now I'm going to fill up, let's see, which one do I want to do? I'm going to do the big one first, and then we're going to add nuts to what's left. Now I'm going to eyeball this as to be about half of this mixture. Okay, yep, that looks good enough, right? Maybe a little more. There we go, for good measure. Okay, now the rest of this is ready to go in that 350-degree oven that we've got preheated. And come on, we're about to make a mess over here, aren't we? Okay, so this other one, I've got about a cup of some North Georgia Pecan Company little broken pieces. And those are so good, and I was saving those for something special, and this is the day. So these, I'm just gonna stir these around and then pour this in my other container. And this is a good thing to do, you know, if you have someone that has nut allergies, you can go ahead and do all of this and get theirs in a container ready to go. And then if you have people that are able to have nuts and stuff like that, you can make a second one. Just keep up with which one is which. You have to mark your thing, you know, you could always write on the parchment paper, like right here, put nuts on it, and then you'll know for sure. And you can absolutely put these in the little individual size loaves, and those are just so cute. And they freeze well, as do these big things here. Get all of this in here. And we're gonna get ready to put this in our oven. And we're gonna bake it for about 50 minutes. I'm gonna set my timer for 45 so I can check on it and kind of adjust. So, I'll see y'all back when these come out of the oven. Well, these are out of the oven, and they were cool enough to take out of the pans. So I had them sitting here on this little raised rack for probably 20 minutes. And I wish you could smell how wonderful this house smells. So we're gonna cut the one with the nuts in it because I'm gonna give the other one away. And I know you're supposed to wait until it's completely cool, but does anybody ever do that? I don't think so, y'all. So I'm just gonna cut off a little bit right here. Now, whenever I was talking to Nan yesterday on the phone, because I was watching her zucchini bread recipe, and whenever she said she freezes the zucchini shredded, I thought, I gotta talk to my girlfriend's nanny about this. So anyway, she said you grate it and measure it, and don't wring the water out or anything like that, and then you measure it and put it in Ziploc bags, and then you can freeze it. And I'm gonna do a video on that, and that is a great thing to do. Let's just get us a little bite right here. Yum. See what we think. Y'all, I cannot tell you how good this is. My mercies. And I'll tell you this, if you've never made French toast using zucchini bread, pumpkin bread, or banana bread, you're missing a lick there, girlfriend. You just make your regular French toast slurry up like you're doing regular, and then you have to be more careful because these are very tender. You carefully put it in there, and then you cook it just like regular French toast. And it's delightful. All right, y'all. This definitely will be in my next cookbook. Now, in this one, I have Mother's pumpkin bread and her banana bread in it. And I'll put a link on how you can get that if you want it. But this is definitely going to be in the second one that I'm working on. And I don't really have a date because I don't want to rush. I want to get it right for y'all and everything. And somebody's already gave me a cute idea for a new name. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag though, but she knows. I'll see y'all next time. And y'all put up some zucchini and you'll be glad you did this winter.